Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. I have shared a few holiday recipes now, and I've also shared some healthy holiday gifts, so I thought, why not put them together and share some healthy, edible gifts? Christmas is this week, and the good news is that all of these are super easy to make, but will be very impressive for whoever is lucky enough to receive them. Let's start with my hot cocoa mix. Now this recipe is directly from my Ho Ho Healthy Christmas Desserts ebook. There are 30 plus desserts recipes in there if you are looking for some festive things to make this week. For this recipe, you will need cocoa powder, sweetener, and salt. Stevia, erythritol, and monk fruit are all great no-calorie, no-sugar options for your sweetener. Coconut sugar is fine. It's unrefined, but there are still calories and carbs. I recommend choosing the sweetener based on whoever will be receiving the gift because sweeteners can be kind of a personal preference. Remember, you can always use regular table sugar as well. Add your ingredients into a large mixing bowl and whisk well to combine. That is honestly pretty much it, but today I'm going to show you how to package this so it's a great DIY gift. Spoon your cocoa mix into a mason jar, and I like to use a funnel to help me out. It makes things a little bit easier, especially if you're making a lot of these. Fill your jar almost to the top, and then you can top it off with some of those mini dehydrated marshmallows. Perfect! To jazz it up just a little bit, I'm going to use some pipe cleaners and string on some holiday bells. You could of course use string, and I just picked up all of these things at the craft store. I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaner around the jar just underneath the lid and tie it in the back. So cute. To make this hot chocolate, you're simply going to take 1 tablespoon of mix for every 1 cup of hot water or milk and mix to combine. I also suggest adding any additional sweetener to taste. I tend to add less sweetener to the mix, especially when I gift it, because again, the amount of sweetness that someone might prefer varies. Easy peasy. Next, we are moving on to my pumpkin butter. This recipe is super easy, and whoever is lucky enough to get it will be very impressed. For this recipe, you will need canned pumpkin puree, apple juice, coconut sugar, sweetener, pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon, lemon juice, and salt. In a saucepan, add all of your ingredients and mix well to combine. Cook over medium-low heat for about 25 minutes, stirring frequently to keep it moving. When I make pumpkin butter, I usually make a lot to give as gifts because if I'm gonna go through the trouble of making it, why not, right? So you can always halve or double the recipe based on how much you wanna make. After your 25 minutes, you can remove it from the heat and allow it to cool, and then you can jar it up. The perfect gift! Well, almost. To decorate these, I am using one of my favorite festive mason jar tricks, and I shared this last year in my edible gifts video. You are simply going to flatten out your favorite festive cupcake liners. You can put the first part of the lid on top, followed by the flattened cupcake liner, and then seal it off with the second part of the lid. Thumbs up for how adorable that is! And of course, that trick can be used with anything that's going to be served in a mason jar. Maybe I should start a DIY channel. Lastly, we are going to make my chocolate-dipped spoons. These are perfect for mixing into coffee or tea. For this gift, you will need chocolate, and you can of course use milk, dark, white, dairy-free, candy melts, anything works. You will also of course need plastic spoons, and I am using those fancy-looking metal ones today, as well as your toppings of choice. The first thing to do is melt down your chocolate. I have white and dark today. And you could of course do this in the microwave or using the double boiler method. And I want to know, comment below, are you more of a milk chocolate, a white chocolate, or a dark chocolate person? I'm gonna tell you up front, I'll probably be pretty alone with this, but I am a team white chocolate gal. Which is lame, I know, because it's not even really chocolate, but dip one of your spoons into the chocolate, making sure to cover both the back and front completely, and you can tap off a little bit of the excess because you don't really need the inside of the spoon to be completely filled. You can then transfer to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and immediately cover with your topping of choice. I am starting with crushed peppermint. Repeat this process and have fun with it. Today I also used sprinkles, mini marshmallows, and I even drizzled a little bit of the white chocolate onto the dark and vice versa. So cute. Allow to sit until the chocolate is set, or you can transfer to the fridge to speed up the process. To gift these, we are going to need some little baggies and some decorative ties, and I got both of these again from the craft store. Place one of your spoons into the little baggies and then tie it off with the twist tie. Repeat until all of your spoons are bagged up. To complete this DIY gift, I'm going to use some confetti paper. Tissue paper would also be cute. Place your spoons into a mason jar like so, and then fill around the spoons with some confetti, making sure that the spoons stay upright. And voila! The perfect gift for your coffee or tea-loving pal. I hope you guys enjoyed these edible gifts. Be sure to tag me in your social media so that I can see your remakes. For this hot cocoa recipe and a ton of other healthy dessert recipes, don't forget to check out my ebook, Ho Ho Healthy, at mindovermunch.com/ebooks. And for anyone who hasn't had a chance to receive a discount, if you use the code WHITECHOCOLATE at checkout, for the next 24 hours you will receive 10% off any package or ebook of your choice. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Enjoy your time with family and friends. And remember, especially at those holiday get-togethers, it is all a matter of mind over munch.
Throw down the ba, ye Jew's daughter, throw down the ba to me. Never a bit, says the Jew's daughter, till up to me come ye. How will I come up? How can I come up? How can I come to thee? For as ye did to old father, the same ye'll do to me.